Looking down the road, you see in your rearview mirror a giant shoe cruising at 65 miles an hour. That's right, a vehicle heading the road for a trip from Maine to Massachusetts in a giant boot on wheels. Midsummer to late fall is high season for the Bootmobile, a promotional vehicle that L.L.Bean dispatches to beaches, college campuses, and town squares for brand activations and events. Welcome to That's Life, I swear. This podcast is about life's happenings in this world that conjure up such words as intriguing, frightening, life-changing, inspiring, and more. I'm Rick Barron, your host. That said, here's the rest of this story. Elevated high above the asphalt, a very unusual sight commanded attention on Interstate 95 in the state of Maine that sunny July morning. A mammoth L.L.Bean duck boot rolling down the highway at precisely 65 miles an hour. At its controls sat Mandy Flanders, one of the select few entrusted with driving this extraordinary marketing machine. The day's journey had kicked off at the iconic L.L.Bean compound in Freeport, Maine, where the company's legendary Bootmobile makes its home. After reaching Portland, Mandy embarked on her real mission, spreading unexpected joy along New England's coastline. With her hand steady in the oversized steering wheel, Mandy explains, "We call these our surprise and delight missions." The plan was simple yet ambitious. Travel the 200 miles between Maine and Revere Beach, Massachusetts, transforming routine stops into memorable moments for unsuspecting patrons. With a corporate L.L.Bean credit card in her wallet and a cargo of branded giveaways, Mandy's role went beyond just driving. She would discreetly cover everyone's bills at select establishments, turning ordinary meals and ice cream runs into delightful surprises for stunned customers. Navigating such an unconventional vehicle requires special consideration. As Portland's morning traffic bustled around her, Mandy had loaded the coordinates in her Garmin Denzel, a specialized GPS for large vehicles. This system keeps us on our routes that can handle the Bootmobile's unique dimensions, she noted, preparing for the adventure ahead. In automotive marketing, L.L.Bean's distinctive creation stands along iconic vehicles like Oscar Mayer's Wienermobile and Lent's Gold Bunny car. But rather than hot dogs or chocolate, this rolling marvel celebrates the company's heritage, a colossal Maine hunting shoe, better known as the duck boot. Now, if you could wear this car version, you'd need a size 708 to fit your foot into its impressive 13-foot high, 20-foot long frame. Now, the company maintains a growing fleet of these eye-catching ambassadors. 3 currently cruise American highways, with a 4th in the works. Each generation has evolved. Boot 1 emerged from a Ford F-250 chassis. Boot number 2 transformed from a GMC Sierra. And boot number 3, Mandy's current ride, is built on a Chevrolet Silverado platform. The Silverado-based version sees the most action thanks to its trailer towing capability. Meanwhile, a slightly more compact Bootmobile delights customers across the Pacific at L.L.Bean's 22 Japanese outlets. The real challenge isn't handling the boot itself, explains Mandy. It's managing the trailer that requires skill. Now, her experience with horse trailers proved invaluable in mastering the oversized footwear. While no specialized license is required, she and her 9 fellow Bootmobile pilots must pass a rigorous company driving test. Since its debut in L.L.Bean's centennial celebration of 2012, the Bootmobile fleet has left quite a footprint. These vehicles have traveled across 25 states, ventured into Canadian territory, and pushed westward to Utah, logging more than 350,000 miles of adventure. While the Bootmobile's adventures have taken it far and wide, its domain remains the northeastern United States, where L.L.Bean's reputation runs deepest. When summers arrive, these mobile boots kick into high gear, embarking on a packed schedule that stretches into autumn's final days. The mission? To bring the L.L.Bean experience directly to beachfronts, university grounds, and bustling town centers through pop-up shops and brand events. During her recent outing, Mandy navigated the massive aluminum and fiberglass creation to the Ugly Duckling, a hip Portland eatery. L.L.Bean team member had scouted ahead to secure precious parking space. No small feat when maneuvering what amounts to a building-sized boot on wheels. The vehicle never fails to turn heads, with its whimsical details like repurposed butt pans serving as eyelets and thick marine rope, the same kind Maine's lobstermen use, creating its larger-than-life laces. One morning, a walker with his dog couldn't contain his enthusiasm. "Yeah, boys," he called out excitingly, quickly correcting himself to, "Yeah, girls," upon spotting Mandy at the wheel. Yet the boatmobile's magnetic appeal can sometimes prove overwhelming, even for an enthusiastic ambassador like Mandy. The constant stream of curious onlookers seeking photos and information can be draining. "When we need a moment of peace," she said, "we retreat into the boot itself during breaks. It's become our mobile sanctuary." At the Ugly Duckling, Mandy approached the counter with an unusual mission. When she informed the veteran server about Bootmobile's presence and L.L.Bean's intention to cover all the customer tabs, his response captured the uniqueness of the moment. In 15 years of food service, this is the first. As the massive boot cruised southward on I-95 towards Massachusetts, Mandy shared how her journey to become a professional boot pilot began. Her path to this distinctive career sprouted from her background in event management, which she shares with her husband. The pivotal moment came in 2017 at the Oswego Harborfest, a music festival near her Watertown, New York home. Working there as a contracted L.L.Bean brand ambassador, she experienced firsthand the Bootmobile's magic and was as fascinated as the festival attendees. That initial encounter led to a seasonal position with Bootmobile's tours. L.L.Bean flies or drives her from various locations to wherever the boot's presence is required. Her adventures have grown increasingly memorable. My fellow driver and I spent 2 months on the road last July in 2023. The tour yields surreal photo opportunities, including an impromptu meetup in Michigan with a collection of life-size dinosaur replicas. Another notable moment came when they were in Virginia, where they staged an unlikely size comparison between the Bootmobile and the world's most giant roller skate, with the latter claiming a slight height advantage. The crew behind the Giant's Boots adventures is ever-changing, a mix of one-time volunteers and returning veterans, with the most seasoned member boasting 4 years at the helm. Interestingly, several drivers have experienced driving another famous vehicle, Oscar Mayer's Wienermobile. The public's reaction proved magical as Mandy guided her oversized footwear between Maine and Massachusetts. The sight of a colossal boot cruising down the highway seemed to awaken childlike wonder in nearly everyone who encountered it. Enthusiastic honks and thumbs-up gestures came from passing vehicles, while amateur photographers stretched out from their car windows hoping to capture the unusual sight. Even at a routine rest stop near New Hampshire, the boot drew curious onlookers eager to document their encounter. The widespread fascination extends beyond mere novelty. It's deeply connected to the iconic product the vehicle represents. The Maine Hunting Shoe isn't just another boot in L.L.Bean's lineup. It's a cornerstone of their identity, with annual sales ranging from 250,000 to 500,000 pairs. As Sean Gorman, L.L.Bean's board chairman, puts it, the boot transcends its practical function to serve as the company's defining symbol. In today's globalized marketplace, where U.S. clothing brands, including L.L.Bean, frequently outsource production overseas, the Maine Hunting Shoe stands apart. It maintains its American roots, rolling off production lines in Brunswick, Maine. The boot's signature brown hue and timeless design have remained remarkably constant through the decades, making the supersized Bootmobile instantly recognizable, even as it draws double takes from astonished onlookers. As the midday sun beat on Revere Beach in northern Massachusetts, the thermometer climbing into the thick humidity, the Bootmobile completed its journey. Its destination is L.L.Bean's Summer Shack, a beachfront oasis where visitors can borrow company-provided chairs and umbrellas for free. Upon reaching the shack, Mandy expertly maneuvered the colossal boot onto the sidewalk. She then revealed one of the vehicle's clever secrets. a storage compartment hidden within the heel. Inside waited treasure troves of promotional items, miniature boot keychains, branded bandanas, sunglasses, and playful "I spotted the Bootmobile" decals. The timing, however, proved less than ideal. The usually bustling beachfront stood surprisingly empty. This job's first rule: expect the unexpected, Mandy reflected, highlighting the importance of adaptability in her unique profession. She pivoted strategies from distributing a few souvenirs to scattered visitors, including one very happy family from Virginia. Her new target was an ice cream parlor 10 miles away in Peabody, Massachusetts. In Bootmobile circles, we have our lingo, she grinned. "Let's spool" is our way of saying it's time to move out. But fate had other plans. The ice cream destination proved even more deserted than the beach. The massive boot stood alone in an empty parking lot. Without missing a beat, Mandy began formulating her next move. In mobile boot operations, there's always another option to explore. A tip from L.L.Bean headquarters suggested Newburyport might offer better prospects, so Mandy pointed her unconventional vehicle toward the Massachusetts coastal town. Navigating the bustling downtown streets proved challenging as pedestrians filled the sidewalks, but even searching for parking served its purpose. "Every pass we make is another marketing opportunity," Mandy noted, as countless heads turned to follow the boot's progress. When a prime parking space finally opened, Mandy executed a flawless maneuver worthy of her specialized training. She sprang into action with the boot perfectly positioned. Time to make some noise and spread some joy. "Free L.L.Bean goodies right here," her voice rang across the street. The response was electric, like a switch had been flipped. People materialized from every direction, calling out their friends and family. Even restaurant staff from across the way abandoned their posts momentarily to join the growing crowd. After a day of quick stops, the Bootmobile finally found its audience. The excitement was apparent as people eagerly collected their unexpected treasures. During the cheerful chaos, one woman's wistful comment floated above the crowd as she clutched her new scarf and lip balm. "Now that's the career I need, a professional boot driver." So what can we learn from this story? What's the takeaway? The L.L.Bean Bootmobile, a giant replica of the iconic Maine Hunting Shoe, offers key lessons in branding. Number 1, innovative marketing. By turning a product into a mobile symbol, L.L.Bean captures public attention and reinforces brand identity. Number 2, customer engagement. The Bootmobile's tours fosters a fun, interactive connection with customers, building brand loyalty. 3, brand storytelling. As a tangible icon of L.L.Bean's history, it effectively conveys the company's values and its authenticity. And number 4, adaptability and expansion. With appearances worldwide, the Bootmobile shows L.L.Bean's ability to engage diverse markets. The Bootmobile exemplifies how creativity and smart marketing can enhance visibility, engagement, and brand legacy. Well, there you go, my friends. That's life, I swear. For further information regarding the material covered in this episode, I invite you to visit my website, which you can find on Apple Podcasts, for show notes and the episode transcript. As always, I thank you for the privilege of you listening and your interest. Be sure to subscribe here or wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss an episode. See you soon.